Hey guys, and welcome back to Memecoin Academy. On today's episode, we're going to be doing some live trade setups for you, looking at Dex Screener on the Solana chain. If you like what you see today, please hit the like and subscribe button and follow our channel for more videos. So this will be a live trading setup looking at the current trending tokens on Solana. So I thought we'd just do a bit of live trading here and give you an idea of how I look to enter these tokens and what I actually look for and the setups that I keep my eye on to give me the best possible entries, right? So we're going to look at, we'll start with trending on the 1 hour, okay? So we'll just look at the 1 hour tokens today and we'll just pick them at random, but I'll start from the top. And look, this is completely random, right? So I don't know what I'm looking at. I have been in a couple of trades today, have stepped away from the computer for the last hour or so, and have come back, and we're just going to randomly choose these and see what we can see. And I'll show you what tools we can use at our disposals to find our best entries, right? So hopefully you guys can, get some good opportunities during this evening. So let's see. Okay, we'll start today with, let's see here. Okay, on Gear, we'll start with number one. Let's see what this one's about. 1.4 million, 141,000 liquidity, righto. Okay, let's fucking. Okay, we'll start with this one. This is on Geary. Okay, let's have a look at this. Right, so it's had a bit of movement already. Let's just see how many holders it's got, and what the holders are. Holders look alright. Obviously they could have separated this into other wallets, but that's fine. Percentage looks alright. Get rid of that. Liquidity's locked, all good. Twitter, Telegram, not too worried about that at the moment. So we'll just see what we can see here. So we'll take our Fibonacci, load a high, magnet tool on, load a high here. Where did it bounce? 618 on a bit of increasing volume. That was a nice entry there. Okay, we'll drag her up a bit further. What happens here? Nearly comes back to the 786, right? So it's in a nice uptrend. We'll take this trend line from the bottom here up to here. Okay, leave that in white. So what we want to do is we want to left to right move. Oops, we'll leave that back there. We want to take our Fibonacci tool right from here back up to this low. So left to right, okay, left to right, loaded that high. So what we're possibly looking for is it to hold this trend line. So I would like to see price, probably come back down here and bounce around this area and go for another move up. That would be the most likely scenario. If it doesn't do that and it wants to reject off this, well then we'd be coming back down here and I'd be looking for another entry there. If not, she's a goner, right? They're your three scenarios I'd be looking for. Could it continue to just keep going up? Sure, why not? Anything's possible, right? But they're your three scenarios I'd be looking at on this so far for continuation to the upside. What you want to see when it comes down this area here is a sign of strength, right? You want to see volume increasing. So that's something to keep your eye out for. We also want to look down here at fixed range volume profile. I'll just take the whole range just to start and see what's happening. Look at that. Okay, your point of control of the whole range is coming down here. Okay, so your perfect trade setup for this one, for me, I'll just move this trend line. Yeah, we'll keep that there actually. The ideal trade setup for this one, for me, what I'd like to see, we also have a bit of support down here as well. See how this was resistance here? That's then now come into support. The ideal trade setup for me here would be to come down and then come back up and off she goes. So I'd be looking around this area for an entry on a sign of strength, increased volume, right? Because your point of control comes in here. The other thing we can do is take our point of control to this last low here to see where that comes in. And that comes in, see how it's rejecting from this point of control here? It swept it and come down. Yeah, we'd also want to see it reclaim this point of control, the value area low of this little range here for another sign of strength, right? Oops. What am I doing? We want the horizontal line. So we'll take that to the bottom of this. So yeah, but really this is our area here, right? This is our area of interest. Right there. Between the blue pocket here and the point of control from back here, right? And if we scroll it forward, the volume area from the low to the high takes us, it gives us this value area low here on the 618. So we'll be looking for a bounce in this region. Keep your eye on that on increasing volume. So that's the first one. Let's have a look at Hoochie, Sexy Red. Okay, I like the name. Look at that. This is a scam, straight up. Okay, do not enter this token whatever you do. No lock liquidity. Straight uptrend. If we go down to a 1 minute, look at that. That is honeypot right there. What's going to happen with this is it's just going to go up, right? Let's just take it from here. It's just going to keep going up. And what will happen is, I guarantee you, what will happen is this will come up, and at some point she'll just go straight like that, and you'll lose all your money. Just stay well away from this. Okay, let's have a look at another one. Did we look at Yawn? Did I look at that? No. Okay, interesting. Yawn. What's Yawn doing? Yawn looks alright. Holders, what's the holders? Yep, looks okay. Lock liquidity. No, everything looks alright here so far. So we'll do a bit of a TR on this one. This one's pretty new, so we'll have to work with what data we've got. Come up to these. We can. Interesting. So it's bounced off this equilibrium here, right? If it breaks this 0.5, this equilibrium comes down, I would be technically looking for, the blue pocket area here, to sweep, to come back down to these lows here, right? That's what I'd be looking for if it can continue. If not, she could be dead in the water, and it could just be, who knows what would happen here. But if it goes down there, it's not many signs of life, So I'd be looking at this level down here at the blue pocket. Let's put our fixed range volume profile on again. Let's have a look. That's coming in below. Yeah, okay, so it could find, in conjunction with the support on top of these candles here. Let's put this top of this candle here. Change that color to white. Bit of support there. Could come down. Area of interest. Let's just drag this volume profile forward. Get it off that initial candle. Yeah, it's still staying the same. Yeah, it's all staying the same. Yep. So your value area low is coming around here. This is your support area around here. I'll be looking for a bounce down here. Once again, on increasing volume, right? We'll put our on balance volume on here as well, just to give us some extra confluence. Okay, so what you want to see is, if this came back down here, this on balance volume, right? You want to see this come down and then start increasing, right? Like that, to support these candles. That's what I'd be looking for on Yawn. Right, so let's have a look at Godzilla. What's Godzilla doing? Oh, what is this? This looks dodgy as well. This just looks like another honeypot, almost. It just looks scammy. I, I wouldn't be trading this personally. It just doesn't look right. Let's have a look at the transactions. It all seems too. This is dodgy as. I wouldn't touch this, guys, with a 10-foot pole. All right, move on. Okay, let's look at some lower cap ones. What's this one? Wizard cat. Wizard cat. What's this doing? This is okay. This is only young as well. So here, what we can see on these early days, right? Not sure what happened down here. Wiz could have been CTO'd, I don't know, not sure. But one thing with your Fibonacci is you can take them from here, right? And once they come under, right, you can use, as I've talked about before in previous videos, you can use this 886, this red line here, as a reclaim, right? Sign of strength reclaim. And I'll put the OBV on again, which I just wish wouldn't disappear all the time. It gives me the shits. And in conjunction with this on balance volume, you can use these, as you can see, volume's increasing, right? You can use this in conjunction with that to find your entries, because it's hard to see on these candles. So we've come under, we've swept it. It's resistance here, and then we've reclaimed it, and it's support, and it's gone, and she's taken off, right? As you can see, off she's gone. So there's a confluence for your entry, right? And if we just take our fixed range from the start to this level here, well, once it's reclaimed the point of control again, well, there's another extra level to go. Well, it validates my entry. It validates my entry because if we take it across even more, it finds support on the point of control too. So this is an extra confluence to say, okay, this is a sign of strength on increasing volume. Off we go. Okay, that's your entry there for Wiz, right? At a 60,000, 70,000 market cap, taking it up to 400 odd thousand now, sitting at 324, right? Pretty easy stuff, all because you've used your tools in conjunction with your volume, and if we really want on these ones, we could, you can use your VWAP as well, which does work on these tokens. So actually I'll put that on, the VWAP. And what is the VWAP? The VWAP is a volume weighted average price indicator. So it's a line like this that goes on the chart, right? And basically, it's the average price the meme coin has traded through the day, right? Based on the volume and price together combined. So it gives you the indicator on the chart. So I'll bring it up and show you what it looks like. So just go VWAP, put that on, right? It's the average of the price and the volume. So here you can sort of see it was support, it was resistance again. It's come back nearly down as support. So this is another very useful tool you can have in your arsenal. Okay, so we'll leave that on. Let's see what we can see here. Once again, I would be looking for a retrace, so we'll put that on. You have this sort of support level here as well, right? So we'll put a horizontal ray tool on this level here. Just put it from that counter right there. Right, so you can sort of see it, right? There's your supports here. Now, let's take magnet tool off, sorry. There's your support and resistance, right? I would be looking at, this will probably come down further. This will probably come down further on a 1 minute. You want to see a bounce around here for more continued upside. Can it come down and, excuse me, sweep this? Let's have a look. Let's put our volume profile on. Okay, so let's come under there. So it's hitting out 618 and our VWAP right now. See that? That's having a bounce. So let's see if this can continue upwards, right? Let's see if we can follow this trend. Follow our trend line and see if it has a bounce. This is, it's moving pretty fast because we're on the 1 minute. But it just shows you how important these levels are, right? You know, these levels are marked out for a reason. So if we take this from the low, let's see where that comes in. And look at that. From that low to there is also the value area low of that range. So that white line is right on it. So there's a confluence for an entry right now. Right? And she's going up. Does it continue? Well, we'll have to wait and see. What's volume doing here? Hard to tell because it's on the 1 minute. We'd have to go to the 1 second, but this is a more of a gamble trade, right? Because it's hard to tell the volume here. So we'll go to 1 second and have a look, right? We'll just zoom in on that. Look at that thing. We'll zoom in on that. Volume is increasing on this, as you can see here. Does it come back down? Who knows? We'll have to watch it, wait and see. But that was a good entry here. If it breaks this level and comes down, well, you'd be looking for these areas here for a bounce, right? That's what I'd be looking for. Okay, on increasing volume once again. So keep your eye on that one. Wait and see how this plays out. Does it continue upwards and show strength, or are we going to come back down? So we'll go back and we'll have a look at a few more. So this Nero, I am spewing. I missed this the other day because, is this the right one? Nope, this is definitely not the right one. This is just bullshit. Look at this. Talk about scammy. Holy shit. Look at that. If you ever see anything like this, do not go anywhere near it. It's just dodgy as. So dodgy. It's just gonna steal everything off you, okay? Avoid that. Be smart with your tokens a bit, and be smart with what you're looking at, and take your time. Don't rush into things, Sometimes it's better missing out on the trade than rushing into it. A lot of the times it's the best outcome, because sometimes you can ape into something and go, oh damn, what did I do that for? And you wish you didn't. So take your time, do your research, have patience. That's how you win. Okay. Now let's have a look at what number we got to. Wizard Cat. Let's get beers together. Yes, please. Okay. This is 15 minute chart. Not sure what's happened with this one. Not sure. Could it bounce? Possibly. Has it been, if it reclaims this 886, right? Go to a 3 minute. If it reclaims this 886, right, and starts doing these ones on a sign of strength, well, not a bandit, not the worst entry, right? It's something I look for. But you need to be patient with it. Okay. Because you need to watch it. You need to see strides of strength. You need to see it start gaining momentum. Otherwise, it could very easily just carry on down, right? So be careful of those ones. But if you're ever going to use the 886 strategy, right, reclaim of it, like in my previous video, and if you've watched that, you really need to watch for signs of strength. You need to be patient. You need to have your on-balance volume on. You need to be watching it and going, okay, I'm confident, right, that this token has reclaimed this level, right? It may do this for a while, you know, until it goes. And the thing about it is you need to wait. You may think that, oh, this is where it's going to moon. But if the volume is just, if it's just going sideways and everything's just going sideways, well, just wait. Just wait till the volume, you know, it's flatlining. Just wait till it starts picking up, right? And then get confirmation of your entry to enter. Be patient, right? That's what's going to give you the best outcome. So let's look at some more. What do we got here? IQ. I think I've heard a little about this one today. This one, okay, right. What's this one doing? 9.9 million. 35 red flags. Why is that? What's the top holders? Not going to look at the... Doesn't have any socials. No socials. That's why. Don't like this. Smells fishy. Let's have a look. What else have we got here? Trans. Okay, I took a trade on this one earlier, and I went to the gym. Right, I took a trade on this one down here. I entered here, right, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to the gym because this is looking good. So I went to the gym, and in that time, she spiked up here, and I get back from the gym stupidly, and she's down here. So I've just been watching it ever since just to see what it does. But right now, what I'm looking for on this one is, so this one was CTO'd. I watched it for a while when it was being CTO'd all down this area here, and I was thinking, what's going to happen? Got a reclaim, showed side of strength, entered here, as I said, and the community was pretty strong. Everything was looking good, and especially once it flipped this area into support, this area right here, as you can see, it's finding it as support once again, right? This is the key level. This is the do or die level for this token. Okay, so as you can see, it came down, took the entry, resistance, support, up she goes. Now it's hit it and it's come back and hit it again. Will it bounce? Will we have continuation, or will it come under and die? Yet to be seen. I'm just going to watch this play out a bit more. Let's put our couple of indicators on again. VWAP. VWAP isn't really showing as much. We want to get past that, so we'll get rid of that. Let's have a look at our balance volume. And look, so far in these videos, I've just been showing you some very simple indicators that DexScreener offers. Mainly I use the on-balance volume, the volume candles, you know, support and resistance flips, trend lines, and the two main are the Fibonacci retracement tool and the fixed range volume profile. They're the two main tools I use. But as we move forward in these episodes, I'll introduce a lot more that I use. But unfortunately, DexScreener is quite simple and it doesn't have the range of indicators that your trading view has, right? And if you have a pro or premium trading view, you'll know what I mean. But trading view does have a dex in beta that you can use. You can't see every token that's on, say, you know, a lot of these dexes, but you can see some of them, and we will look at that in a future video. But one day they should be able to list all of them, and it'll be fantastic because we wouldn't have to use this DexScreener anymore to chart on. So, but for now, we're stuck with it. So let's see what happens here. We'll just put on a couple of tools on this one because I want to get an idea of what's going to happen. So I'll take the fixed range. Sorry, the Fibonacci retracement from this low. Oh, that's my long position. Start again. Fibonacci retracement, that's the one I want. Okay, so this is bouncing perfectly off our blue pocket. Look at that. Perfect support. Along with this support and resistance flip will all turn into white, right? So you can see. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful, right? This needs to hold. This really needs to hold for continued upside. Fixed range. Put that on. See what happens here. Bang. Point of control. 3 levels of confidence. This here is an excellent trade. Well, looks like it's a very good trade so far. This is a trade I would take if we get continued signs of strength, right? Let's have a look at this. Ooh, volume is increasing. It's also declining a little bit. We just have to watch how this. If this loses this level and comes down and loses this 886, right? If it comes back down from here and down to this 886 like this, and then starts to lose it, I'm out of the trade. I'm done, right? But if we can hold this, well then looks like we'll be going for more upside and hopefully a new all-time high, right, on that one. But we'll just have to see how this plays out. There's a bit of sell volume coming in at the moment, so we'll just have to watch that and see how that plays out. Okay. Right now, it looks like it's holding this level, but if we go back to a 5-minute, my internet's being really slow for some reason. If we go back to a 5-minute, as you can see, this point of control, this red line, on top of this support resistance, on top of with our blue pocket, is excellent confluence, right? We just need to see increased volume, for further upside. This needs to keep moving up. We need to see green candles, buy volume coming in, right? Something to look for there. So let's have a look at a couple more. What else is grabbing me here? There's a lot of Kamala Harris ones at the moment. Going back to, I don't want Ethereum. I just want Solana tokens. So where am I here? Chester, no. Landlord, Ronald, Pop Dog, no. Wizard Cat. Let's go back to where we were. Straight, IQ, straight. What's straight? Let's have a look at that. Whoops. Oh, God. What have I done here? 92 red flags. Why is that? You need to take over. Why is that? Why is it dodgy? It's only got a telegram. Not sure. Okay, but look, for the sake of the exercise, I'll take the fib retracement tool. We'll take from the low. Oh, I've done it again. Fib retracement tool, low to the high, right? Across 5-minute chart here. Go down to a 3-minute. Okay, it's coming up to reclaim this 886, right? What we want to see here is once again a sign of strength and a reclaim of, you betcha, you guessed it, the 886, right? So we want to see this continue to be held. Continued to be held as support for more upside, right? On increasing volume. So we need this volume. See how it's starting to increase, right? Price has been dipping a bit, but it's starting to go up. We want to see this continue. As it levels out, we want to see this volume continue this uptrend, right? While this holds this level like that. Okay, that's going to give you your confluence for an entry. Momentum is to the upside. It's showing you that. So, like sideways price action, momentum to the upside. Buys happening. Okay. Let's put our fixed range on again. Okay. Reclaim of this point of control is another positive. If we move this across from this high here, yeah, that doesn't really move. So it's found support also on this value area low here, which is a good sign. Right, put that in blue. As you can see here, flip that. We want to reclaim this and we want to continue. Right, once it reclaims, you know, this 786 as well, then you know that's an even better sign because it's on top of the point of control, right? Next move, get past this value area high, get past the equilibrium, which is also a very important level to get past. Equilibrium is vitally important because it's the 50% of this from this low here to this high here, right? And always keep your eye on the equilibrium, this 50%, because if you can't get past that, right? And let's just say that, for argument's sake, you know, price comes up to here, and it's finds support here, and it comes up, and it sweeps above and rejects this. Well, if it doesn't find support back here on this point of control, if that's where the point of control remains up until this point, if it doesn't find support there, well, then she's coming back down. Okay, this is a very important level to get past, because if it doesn't, well, then the likely scenario is it's coming back down to these areas, back down to your 786, back down to your 886. And if it doesn't hold those, well, you know, it's not looking great. So keep that in mind. You this green line here, your 0.5, which once again is this the 50% of this whole move, which is the whole range of this token, is vitally important. Okay, so it's also a great take profit region. Okay, if you're not sure where to take profits on these meme coins, well, what you really need to be doing is using these tools to your advantage, right? So let's just see. So let's just say, for the sake of today's exercise, you entered here, right? And you took that up. Where is it? This one. Oop. You took this up to the equilibrium. Well, that would be, for me, would be a take profit too. You're up 300%, right? My first one would be, you know, a reclaim of this fixed range, right? Put that back on. So if you get back above here, right, my first take profit, if you get back part of this point of control, would be the 786. There's your first guideline, right? It's basically the first 25% move. Well, let's just roughly say it's 25%, right? So that would be 100% roughly. If I was a betting man, yeah, around 100%. You doubled your money, take 50% off the table, then let the rest ride. Where would you take the next profit to? Well, take another 25% off, because you've made another 200% on top of that. So your next take profit level is your 0.5. And then, you're free to let the rest ride if you want. And then, the next logical point to take a profit on this would be up here. Because if price doesn't, which it does do a lot of times in meme coins, which we saw prior on that last token on trans, is if price comes up to these levels and up here, it's generally likely to SFP this level, which means swing failure pattern that level, come above and then down, take, or like we saw in that last token, front run it and then come back down. And if it breaks this equilibrium again, well, she's coming back down exactly like we saw on that trans token, and I'll show you. Where is it? Where'd it go? This one. Get rid of that. As you can see here, price, it front ran this level. She spiked up she went, blasted straight through the equilibrium, came and found it as support, and then went up. But then blasted straight back through it, and look where it bounced. And it's bouncing again, just as I'd like to see it on this very, very important zone here. Okay? So we'll have to watch this and see what happens with this. But she's back up to a 60,000 market cap, so I'm looking for more upside on this one. And I'm looking to take profits probably at this equilibrium when it hits it again, now that I'm watching it. Okay, so that would be my take profit one on this level here, right here. For me, entry point was here. What would that be? Price range tool, entry point down here, 230%. Should I take it earlier, like probably right now? Probably should, and I might do that. But the conviction in this one is I'd plan to take it at the 0.5. But I would strongly recommend to take profits on all your tokens at 100%. Even some of them at 50%. Just take some off the table. Pay yourself, because these things move so quickly, and if you're just going, I'm just going to wait to 100%, well, you could get to 80% and then it dumps. Don't be shy to take profits. Don't be greedy. And a massive tip for you is, if you are entering a token, right, let's take this off and I'll show you what I mean. If you are looking at these tokens, right, and you have no tools on there, nothing at all, no volume, no nothing, right, let's take it all off, and you look at this and you go, let's just say this hasn't happened, right? Well, let's just say that, sorry, this has happened, and we're looking at this as our entry point, and you look at this token and you go, oh wow, this is starting to move up, right? This is, let's put a tool on for argument's sake. Let's just say, oh, this is the last high. Oh, and it's gonna break it. It's gonna break it, and it's gonna blast up, and it's gonna moon, right? And you think that, and you enter here. You enter on a breakout, which I don't recommend trading breakouts, because you generally lose, because it wrecks most traders, right? So say you entered here, the worst thing you can do is make that your conviction for entry on a breakout and go, it's at 63,000. If I get to 1 million, if this goes to 1 million market cap, then I'm gonna make X. Oh, I better get in. Okay. If you have that mentality of looking at something at 50,000 and seeing it move up like this and go, shit, I better get in, because if this moons and it goes to 1 million, I'm gonna make, let's just say 8 sol. You are never, I'll rephrase that. you are highly, highly unlikely to never see that 8 sol ever. And it is most probable that this entry, what you thought would be up 800%, you're most likely going to be underwater. That's what happens to most traders. They get this FOMO. They think, oh, I've got to get in here. I've got to get in here because if this goes to 1,000,000, I'm going to make 8 to 10 sol. And how often does that happen to you? Rarely. And if it does, you're very, very lucky. So how do you get the best out, like the best likelihood or the best probabilities on your side? Well, it's by using technical analysis. It's by using these tools at your disposal, right? And how do we do that? The same way we did it before. Be patient. Don't ape in. This thing has had its initial pump when it launched. It flatlined a bit. It had another pump, and then it flatlined for a bit. Okay. Why would you ape in? You wouldn't. What do we do then? This is what we do, and this is how we win. You find your best entries. Number one, what do we see straight up? What we see straight up is a support and resistance flip. Boom, right there. Pretty easy to see, right? Okay, looking pretty good. Then what? Well, what do I see next? Well, Fibonacci retracement. Low to high. Okay, looking pretty good so far. See how this maps out our levels, right? It maps out our levels. What else can I use? Well, once again, we'll go back to our fixed range volume profile. We'll take it from here to here. Oh my God, what comes in on there? The point of control. 3 strong levels, right? Do you see now how waiting and not entering here could possibly be, you know, a lot more beneficial outcome to you moving forward if what happens here continues? If what happens here continues and this price action moves up, you would assume if this can clear the 0.5, that this would likely break above this level and further upside. And who knows how high it could go. That's what the probabilities are telling you. If it holds this level and then breaks this level, the probabilities are for higher. And if it breaks this level, the probabilities, once again, are for new highs. And what smart traders do is these levels that change their probabilities, they use them as take profits, right? So if you get to this equilibrium, okay, you go, like, I'm going to take profits here because this is a strong level. So I'm going to take some profits. And if it continues, well, I'm still winning. And if it gets up here, I'm going to take profits here. And if it continues past there, I'm still winning. That's how it works. Okay? This is how you win. You're not going to win every one. And you're not going to win every trade. But you need to have the more winners than losers. And how you do that is by mapping it out. And that's how you win. Okay? So that's all I'm going to look at for today. This has been quite a long one, but I hope that this has shed some light on trading meme coins and how you can use these simple tools and simple indicators to find entries, right? And not be so lost wandering around in the dark, right? Looking at these tokens, just looking at a chart, right? And opening it up and going, let's just open a random one. We'll look at like FOG, right, which is done very well. You look at this and you go, oh, wow, I wish I had got into this. Like, you look at it and you go, well, where would I have got in? How would you know? You wouldn't. So we need to use the technical analysis, and we need to have it on our side and use it to our advantage. Okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and that was a lengthy one, but I hope it was beneficial for you, and I hope you take something out of it. So I will see you on the next episode. Thanks for joining us. Cheers.